Tesla Supercharger uncertainty discussion. Although Tesla Supercharger installations are going to slow down, and new projects are likely to decelerate by a considerable margin based on CEO Elon Musk's plans, automakers that have adopted Tesla's North American charging standard NACS have no plans to change course. Ford, General Motors, and a handful of other car companies that have invested in electrification have plans for vehicles, a roadmap for EV tech, and billions of dollars set aside for a concerted effort in EV development. However, many of them were missing one big part: public charging. Tesla came to the rescue, and over the past year, car companies have decided to adopt Tesla's charging standard, known as NACS, that would enable drivers to plug in at any of Tesla's thousands of supercharging locations in North America. However, uncertainty struck these plans yesterday as Tesla decided to part ways with two major executives in charge of supercharging development, and release many lower-level employees on the charging team. It was an unforeseen circumstance, especially as public charging is still far from complete. Tesla still accepted federal funding for charging expansion, and little to no clarification was provided on the company's stance on building new supercharger projects. Musk said that Tesla Supercharger expansion would still occur but at a slower pace than previously. The focus would now be put on keeping the existing stations at 100% uptime and expanding existing locations. The lack of new stations is an interesting strategy, especially considering so many automakers are planning to gain access to Tesla Superchargers, meaning more EVs will be fighting for a slowly growing number of stalls. The timing of Tesla's decision baffled many. However, despite the fact that Tesla will be building fewer new supercharger stations, automakers like Ford and GM do not plan to abandon their current plans, according to a report from Reuters. "We have nothing new to announce regarding our plans," GM said in a statement. "We are continuing to monitor the situation regarding changes to the supercharger team and the potential impacts with no further comments or updates at this time." Ford also stated there were no changes to their plans at the current time. "I took a Ford F-150 Lightning to Tesla Superchargers. The good and bad Tesla's decision is part of a wider cost-saving plan that has impacted 14,000 jobs across its workforce. Although there have been cuts at every level, Tesla has lost a number of executives over the past few weeks, including Senior Vice President of Powertrain Drew Baglino, Head of Policy and Business Development Rohan Patel, and Head of Investor Relations Martin Viecha. While there appears to be a major restructuring of the higher-level employees at Tesla, there are certainly some questions as to why so many of them are choosing to leave just ahead of the robotaxi launch and the introduction of the next-generation lineup. Source: reposted and summarized from Joey Klender at teslarati.